So we decided to take our 6-month-old, our 5-year-old and our 7-year-old daughters to Norway for 2 weeks at Christmas. We wanted to see the Northern Lights and the whales, but we ended up doing way more than we'd planned.
I found an idea.
So proud.
Daddy, happy.
No, less. So we landed in Bergen and it was straight to the playground, but in the middle of winter the playgrounds are covered in snow. Fortunately there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing, and we had plenty of good clothing, so we had a great time.
More trolls back there, and there's another troll. No.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's just so magical, especially at Christmas. And I think our baby at the time thought we were so mad taking her out in freezing cold conditions. She slept in the pram and it was just snowing all over her face. But we just had a blast playing in the snow. And I think what makes Norway just that much more special is the people that accompany all of these beautiful cottages and places by the fjords. And
How did we find that place?
I think it was an Airbnb. But they were both standing outside waving and greeting us when we got there.
Recommended where we should take the kids for a walk.
Being a bit big for Al. Owls, no, we're going up. Girls.
Got this. Look at this. Wow. No, the whole block. Oh, wow.
And then when we got back from the walk, had a bonfire laid out ready for us on the edge of the fjord.
With marshmallows.
Yeah.
Sticks ready to go. And I think they were just so excited that we'd come.
They set a little Christmas tree out for us.
I think what made it so much more manageable in Norway though was all of the ferry crossings, and going through the fjords meant that we had to get onto these passenger ferries. So we'd park the car, get out, have something to eat, have
30
a pit
minutes,
stop.
45 minutes.
And so the kids could run around a little bit, recharge, refuel, and then we'd just keep going. So it made it really manageable having 3 young kids in the back.
So just south of Alesund, on our way north, we decided to spend a couple of nights in this gorgeous modern Norwegian, what would you call it? Not a hut? House?
Villa, but it's
know.
not tropical.
No, on the side of it, again, another fjord. And it was stunning. And the first thing we did, obviously, with kids is make snowmen. So the kids started rolling the most sticky snow. It was the stickiest snow I think we've ever had.
Like sometimes when you make the snowman, you like piece it together, but just by like throwing bits of snow on it. But here you could like make a little ball and
roll.
then just roll, and it would gather more snow. And within a few minutes, it was like
huge.
Yeah, massive balls that we could then create us perfect snowman.
The other side now. Never give up.
this?
Yeah.
Wow, girls, what a great Christmas.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Christmas in Norway. We had obviously a white Christmas, so all the carols made sense. The weather outside was frightful. And the kids, having spent the last few years in German school, did still grace us with their German Christmas songs, which was fun.
In der Weihnachtsbäckerei.
But
I think we spent most of the day walking in the
Hiking.
snow.
Daddy,
What if you fall
my
over?
facing. I will try. Keep going straight. I'm not over. Keep going straight. This way. Oh, cool. I found an idea.
we also spent a bit of Christmas Day trying to work out how to vlog, which turns out we are not natural at and still don't really know what to say to camera. And so we gave that a few different tries.
And say what? Hi from Norway. Austria was founded in 1980.
We're in Norway.
I'm not sure whether you're meant to climb the hill in winter, but here we are, and it's snowing, and it's just perfect.
What?
These have been in my bag too long. I remember there was one point when Sienna was yelling at the reindeer, thinking with this much snow we must be near the North Pole, and that if she yells loud enough, Dasher or Dancer are going to come around the corner.
Stop it! Stop it!
It's incredible how quickly it changes.
We spent the 26th of December, Boxing Day, in Alesund, and in Australia that normally means cricket, going to the beach or shopping, but in Alesund there wasn't a heap going on.
Nothing was open.
We went to a little coffee shop, an
Run by
Australian coffee
Australians.
shop,
Yep.
and didn't buy Australian things other than coffee. And we went ice skating. Again, not
Didn't plan that.
not on purpose, but there was a heap of black ice, and for kids wearing snow boots, that was really fun. Oh gosh, Ellie's gone down. Actually pushing the pram was a
It was like a
benefit.
stabilizer.
Yeah.
It was pretty hard to decide whether to film that or to help the kids. I think most of the time I just decided to film it. It was pretty obvious why everyone in town had stayed indoors that day, because you could not walk 2 or 3 meters without falling A over T. And then after leaving Alesund, we drove north, and we were driving north for one reason, and it was to see the Great Atlantic Highway. And this is one of the most amazing stretches of road anywhere in the world. It was every bit as incredible as you'd seen online, but when we got there it was almost dark, the wind was really picking up and the drone was struggling to get it, but we did definitely give it a red hot crack.
Are we waiting for your daddy to fly his drone? Are we waiting for daddy to fly his drone? Always waiting. Always waiting.
I mean, not everything you do on a holiday is going to be
Quintessential, culturally appropriate, and tailored to that
where
holiday.
was Tenmin bowling invented? It wasn't Norway.
I doubt it.
Yeah, but it's still definitely worth breaking up the holiday for the kids and doing something that they love. So that was a lot of fun.
And warm.
Super warm. looking good, Ali. Oh, wow. Although we did get a slushie. So then we were starting to drive back south. We had to loop back down to Bergen to then fly up to Tromso. But on the way down, we wanted to go via the Trolls, an incredible road that snakes down the mountain. Unfortunately, it was shut because of the snow. But we had this great four-wheel drive, so we thought we'd give it a shot anyway. But that only lasted about 300 metres past the road closed sign before I realised we were way past our depth. And luckily, we were able to just get out.
I don't know that that's it.
Geiranger.
The Geiranger Fjord was stunning, and we found out that if you travel by foot, it's actually free. So you can park your car right next to the crossing.
Car ferry?
And walk straight on. And so the day that we did that, we were like, surely that's too good to be true. Sure enough, we asked the captain, do we pay you? And he's like, no, if you're coming by foot, you don't want to bring your car, it's absolutely free. And there was no need for us to have the car on the ferry. So we got this ferry to ourselves.
Completely empty.
Only passengers on board.
2 crew members and 5 of us.
For a private crossing of
for free.
Geiranger.
Incredible.
That is a radar. When we see a small dot on the radar.
So one of the other great Airbnbs that we found on this trip was a dairy farm, a working dairy farm. We managed to stay there for a couple of nights, and the kids got to have a look at where the cows slept during the winter and the barn. They met the farmer and got to see the process of milking the cows.
What are their names?
And from the farm, we really wanted to go to see a glacier that was just around the corner. But unfortunately, the wind was so intense that when we got out of the car, we couldn't walk more than 2 or 3 meters forward without getting blown backwards. So we quickly pivoted and decided no glacier that day, but we'd take the kids skiing instead. Found a little ski mountain that was open, rented some skis, and got the kids out there.
What are you doing?
Daddy offered me it.
Thankfully, they just went off.
Loved it.
Didn't have any inhibitions, and
although that little jump kept getting them. Remember that little jump they couldn't quite get over? That took a few attempts. They got there. Persistent. They got there. So we got back to Bergen, handed the car back and flew from Bergen up to Tromso, which is deep inside the Arctic Circle. I remember growing up, occasionally, if you were lucky, you get to go and visit the pilot while you're flying, but obviously that hasn't been the case for the last 2 decades. So it was really cool that the kids got to go and meet the pilots when we landed in Tromso.
I think I had Amelia, and I was like, what's taking them so long? And there you were.
Learning about all the buttons. Wow, this is where they fly the plane from.
How many?
How many buttons?
About 1,000.
1,000, yeah. Bing! And you turn off the seatbelt sign.
And what is these?
That's the same thing. It's sort of on top over the seats.
But Tromso was beautiful. It's this port city right up north where all the ferries come in. And we got in late at night, which is, I think, our favourite way to arrive at a destination. Obviously, being that far north, I had one thing on my mind. I went about 30 minutes from our accommodation, not far out of the city, set up the camera, and immediately got the auroras. First night, full success.
There was a marine biologist at the aquarium, and she was quite excited to learn that we were from Australia, and said that she'd got into university, I think in Sydney, as a course for marine biology, but she was super knowledgeable and super patient with the kids, explaining like the different suction of the starfish, and she spent a lot of time with them.
But it's venomous. They're venomous.
Yeah, that's great. But if you step on it, it kind of hurts. You want to try?
That is spiky.
Yeah, they're really spiky. Here on the underside, he has thousands of little feet, or suction cups, that he uses to move around. Eat like us humans. You see here? He has a little mouth he uses to follow around. He uses to feel along the sea floor. And this fish, he thinks I'm food.
I wish I could see the sea urchin eat a fish.
Yeah, but they're way too slow for a live fish. You see, he's coming out to say hello now.
Does it have a name?
His name is Lil.
Oh, there it's coming.
There one is. It's Leo. Oh, there's another one. In fact, there's another one. That's 300 kilo.
So we met up, and the first thing that we got to do was put Sienna on a little snowmobile, a little mini snowmobile. And go around in a big circle, darling, you gotta go.
Went around in circles like a purpose-built little track that they had made for her just in their backyard.
No, he just made it on the spot. He got his proper snowmobile out and just went around and made a couple of impressions of the snow, and then she just followed it around. It was great. But then we took the big proper snowmobile out, and he took us into one of the national parks and effectively said, have fun, call me when you're done. And while I was up on the top of a hill, I met these two Norwegian men on their snowmobiles, and they were just having a little coffee, a little picnic, and we got chatting, and they realised that Monique and the kids were down in the car park, and they offered to come down with me and put the kids on the back of their snowmobiles. And it was an offer too good to say no to, so I followed them down the mountain, and Monique and the older two kids jumped on the back of their snowmobiles and went up. Or did you drive?
I drove ours, and then they had a kid.
One of each of the girls on the back of each of theirs.
Honestly, like, they were just so kind and so lovely. We're offering the girls like some soda and some cookies, and they wanted us to experience Norway the way that they see it and do it every weekend.
That New Year's Eve was incredible. We actually were right on the lake, and so we set the camera up next to the lake and brought in the new year with a couple of little sparklers and a light show that is unmatched in any major city we've ever been.
Daddy, have
We hired a boat and we went and saw, we hoped to see some whales, and we saw a lot. Orcas.
Yeah, orcas and humpbacks. So right in the north of Norway, they breed at the end of the year, the start of the new year, and there's a lot of tours again that go out. But because we had a 6-month-old, a lot of the tours wouldn't take the kids, so we rented a boat and we did it ourselves.
It was so cold on the water, so cold, and we didn't really know where we were going, so we'd sort of just follow groups. Like when they'd start moving, we'd go, oh, something must be over there, and sort of track them a little bit on that little GPS that the boats had, but not really know where we were going. Even though the sun doesn't rise, like, we just got a phenomenal backdrop to see
4 or
these
5 hours of
whales.
sunset. No, and the footage we got wasn't great either. Trying to fly a drone, drive the boat, make sure the kids don't jump in, spot the whales, deal with the mild frostbite. But incredible. So 2 weeks in Norway, in the middle of winter with a 6-month-old, a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old, could not recommend it enough. If you get the opportunity, please do it. Make sure you spend every waking moment in the snow, and then don't sleep at night, because the Northern Lights do not let you down when you are that far north. We were up there for 6 nights and we got 6 nights of Northern Lights. Do you remember what we did on New Year's Day?
I feel like we just dramatically turned to each other.
Should have turned the tally lamp on so we can see. Anyway.
Day.
I mean, that's too long. I'm not going to use any of that.
Oh.
I'll edit that in. Okay, let's do that again.